Welcome back to Bachelor Happy Hours, Golden Hour. Thanks for joining us. As always, we're so excited to be here. How are you doing today, Susan?
Oh, I'm nursing a broken arm, but other than that, absolutely fabulous.
Susan broke her wrist, and she's going to be laid up for a while, but it doesn't stop her. She's a workhorse. She's here, and we're so glad you're here today. Okay.
And everybody out there, make sure to check out our latest episodes. We've been having so much fun. We answer your questions, and we're chatting with our Bachelor Nation favorites.
And speaking of Bachelor Nation faves, today we have a really cool guy, special guest, Andrew Spencer from Katie Thurston's season of The Bachelorette and Bachelor in Paradise. Hey, Andrew, welcome to Golden Hour.
Hey, Andrew.
Thanks for having me, ladies. I appreciate it. I've been waiting for a long time to be here.
Wow.
Since you met us in San Francisco.
Absolutely.
That's where you left your heart.
I know. It was almost like kind of like a golden paradise in a way.
That
Golden
sounds
Paradise.
Interesting.
So we're going to talk about all things. Tell us what's been going on in your life.
Just working with the stuff that I've been doing, being able to, be with my family here in Chicago. I just got off a trip with the boys after our 4-year anniversary of meeting each other from the show. So we just got back from the Dominican Republic. So we're just enjoying life. Everything's doing really well. Some big family things have happened in my life so far, or recently. So
like what? Tell us.
Yeah, do tell.
My dad has just been released from prison after 25 years. So
yeah, we're going to talk about that. Yeah, we're going to talk about that.
That's been crazy. I've hung out with him twice now. So other than that, I'm really enjoying this stage of my life right now. So yeah.
How old are you, Andrew?
Yeah, that also just happened. I just turned 30. So
welcome to a new decade.
I know. I'm feeling it after St. Patty's Day more than I did last year. It hit me instantly.
Do you really think Susan and I have any sympathy for someone turning 30? I mean, really?
What are you like, 30, 34?
You know what? You're almost. I'm 35, but you were close.
When was your birthday?
January 20th.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm a little Aquarius.
Nice.
So, I
just have one.
So wait,
too. I don't like to count anymore.
I have an important question.
What's up?
How many dates did you have in the DR?
Dates?
Oh, look at dates. What's that? No.
So we were there. I don't know if you guys are tennis fans. Rafael Nadal. He opened up a new hotel, and we were invited to go there. Everyone there spoke Spanish, so I didn't really. I couldn't really speak it, so I downloaded Duolingo. Not gonna lie to you, because of that.
Hola,
there was a cute girl there that kind of stopped my heart a little bit. We danced. I'm really good at salsa. Not gonna lie to you. That's one thing I do.
I'm a bachata girl.
Bachata, cumbia. I do all of it. That's like one of the things that I listen to reggaeton. It's like Bad Bunny's my second played artist in Spotify. So.
Okay, wait. If I meet you again at some point in the future, will you salsa dance with me? I took lessons.
I mean, my salsa gets a little handsy, so I don't know if you can handle that, Kathy.
Andrew, I got a few years on you. Your hands will not be the first that have touched me. Okay, just saying.
Okay, now. I mean, I'm just saying. God gives a lot of people blessings, but these hands. Okay, we got to chill.
I got to say, Susan, right before we started, I was saying to Andrew, we met Andrew in, Susan and I did when we were in San Francisco at an event, and he was with he was with Greg and Greg Rappo and Justin Glaze. And I said, you seemed like the really quiet one of the bunch. And now I'm taking it all back.
Yeah. No, I don't stop. I'm definitely the yapper of the group. But we're all very outgoing in our own right, and we kind of share the stage with each other. So it's kind of like a play off of each other kind of thing.
It's like Kathy and I. I just said to Kathy when she said that to you. It's like Kathy, somebody saying you were quiet.
Yeah.
Like,
so it could have been.
I'm very shy.
It could have been like someone else had the spotlight that day, and I just was playing the wing. It's adjustable roles. You got to be able to do it.
We were there.
Has that. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We were there.
Well, so Andrew, I'm loving this, but you still didn't answer the question. Did y'all have lots of dates in the DR? You said you saw
No, we were only there for 3 days. 3 days.
You went that far for 3 days?
Yeah, I mean they paid for the flight, so it wasn't like
They're
it was like
young.
it was nice, you know.
Yeah.
It was like 4 days, but the last day
Travel day. Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right,
I
so
get
it.
we do, Andrew. Since you're not going to give me any scoop here, we're moving on. We do.
We're going to
we-
get to the scoop, Kat.
Yeah, we're going to get scoop. We're going to force it right out of you. But we do a question of the day. So my
Okay.
question to you today is, what is something you wish you knew about dating when you were younger? And by younger, I mean 29.
No. When you were first
Last
coming
year.
out.
That's a good question. That's a really good question. Something
Like, what do you know now that you didn't know then about dating?
Oh, Susan, he's
It's-
going to need
it's
our
hard
help.
It's hard to say because there's so many different things that have changed. I feel like one of the biggest things is emotions. For the most part, being able to communicate that with another person, and sometimes I feel like I always have put my emotions on the back burner just to make sure that I'm like, I wouldn't say a people pleaser, but like just to make sure the vibe is okay.
It's a
but
protect
sometimes-
thing too, right?
Yeah, it's a protect thing, and also I want to make sure everyone's having a good time, and I never wanted to ruin the vibe. So I would say if I have something on my mind, I would speak and I would communicate that, obviously in a perfect tone to where he understands it, rather than me, talking at them. So I think
That's
that
why
was big.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing for me is being able to communicate my emotions. Younger would have been probably helped me a lot more.
And opening up. Yeah.
The good
Yeah.
news is, Andrew, it's not too late.
Yeah, I
Well,
know.
no, that's what, yeah. He just
Okay,
said he
wait.
realizes it now.
One other thing before we get into some other questions, because we really want to hear about your life. On your Instagram, it says, I got all excited when I looked at your Instagram because it says that you were a footballer. I went, oh my, because I love soccer and I was a soccer
Not
referee.
soccer. Not
Oh,
soccer.
I know, because I
Yeah.
asked. They said, you need to change your Instagram. A footballer to 9/10 of the world means you are a soccer player,
Yeah,
not
that's
a.
the point. That's the point, though. You get people to ask questions. Well, you played soccer. I was like, no, I play actually football because I played in Austria, and people think I played soccer in Austria, but no, I actually played American football in Austria. That gets the ball rolling. Now we're
Okay.
Ah.
Does this mean you and I have a date? Is this what's going on here?
Kathy.
Wait,
I'm feeling a lot of flirtatious vibes right now. It looks like we're going salsa dancing, maybe in Madrid, watching
Ooh.
football. Love
Yeah,
Real
and I
Madrid.
speak enough Spanish to get us by, so you're in luck.
I'm on Duolingo. I'm gonna catch up.
I'm telling you. So tell me, who were the guys that went with you?
Justin and Greg. Like I said, it was our 4 year of meeting each other when we met each other on the Katie season of The Bachelorette. So we were like, oh, let's just do this. It's a perfect time. We have nothing on our schedules right now. So
Do
we
they
decided-
dance as well?
They do. Like Greg does a lot of dancing. He does a lot of dancing. But some people like it. That's. They're just, I'm not.
So
gonna,
wait, do you have to be a good dancer to get a date with you and with all you guys? Is this part of it?
I would say no. More so me. I would prefer a good dancer. Them, I feel like anyone's really going to be on their dance level. Justin's got
Are
a
you
little-
a good? Are you
Okay.
a good lead? Can you direct really well? I
Oh,
need a
yeah,
strong
yeah.
lead. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a strong lead. And as long as you're having a good time dancing, like, it's really not a serious thing. Like,
Where
if
did
you're
you
not-
learn to dance?
Some people would say it's in my genes. But I would
Yeah,
say,
was born with rhythm, people.
Born with rhythm, always was dancing. And like I said, I've taken a liking to the Latin culture.
Yes.
So that's kind of how that came about.
Wow.
I like
do you
it too.
can you cook? Do you
Can I
cook?
cook? You know what? If you guys knew what I eat in a day, you would not like it.
Tell me. I want to hear. What do you eat in a day?
I eat a yogurt in the morning, and then I'll have some almonds.
Oh,
You
you're
and I
Kathy.
are
You and Kathy are a match. That's it.
I
That's
love Kathy. Come on,
That's
now.
it. She eats like a bird. bird.
And then for lunch, I'll have a sandwich maybe, or some 2 boiled eggs, and then for dinner, chicken, asparagus, and rice.
Every day.
Damn.
Well, as of right now, I'm on a severe diet.
Why?
I had to cut back from my activities that I was doing. I got a little heavy, so
Okay, so how do you lose 5 pounds really quick? I have to eat asparagus, chicken, and rice every day,
Well, with
and 2
maintaining
boiled
working
eggs
out
and yogurt and 7 almonds. That's going to do it.
honestly, yeah. And you got to stay disciplined by it. It works for me. Whenever I need a quick, little fast and get back into shape. So yeah, I
had
got really big. Yeah.
Pork roll, egg, and cheese on a toasted bagel.
All right. Enough about food. Good Lord. Enough about food. He's in shape. That's all we need to know. All right. I want to know, who would you want to be roommates with? Those guys you just said?
Honestly, like for life or like just
Okay. Whatever. Your answer.
Yeah, I would take those guys for roommates, and you can include Trey as well. I would also take, maybe a female roommate that's like not them.
Okay, that's
Okay.
cool. That's cool.
So wait a second. Now I'm going to ask you, are you, I guess you heard the Brendan and Serene news.
Yeah. That was crazy.
Crazy.
I'm good friends with Serene. I had no idea.
Well, now you know.
Yeah.
So have you gone on a date with any Bachelor Nation alumni that we don't know about? I'm writing a book.
Are you willing to tell us?
I wouldn't say I've gone on a date, but I actually have. I've gone on a date with a couple.
Well,
but
spill.
Recently, it's the reason I kind of like paid attention to the season a little bit. There was a girl who I had talked to before she went on the show. She was a good friend. We're good friends. Like, it was nothing serious. We had like a little fling. But Rose from Chicago's a small town. So, but yeah, she actually told me she was going on the show. I was like, oh no way, that's crazy. So that's one of the girls that I guess that's some kind of tea. We had a little fling for a little bit. But yeah.
So I have a question. Who, if anybody, would you want to switch lives with for a day?
LeBron James.
Okay, good.
LeBron.
I like it.
Yeah, of course.
Why not, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
So-
I love how close you are with Bachelor Nation. It's just like Kathy and I. And
Right.
and people reach out because they love us, all of us. You know what I
Right.
mean? So you answer people and you fill them in with when they ask you questions.
Always.
See?
I
Yes.
like
That's why
that's been
you
one
show
of the
love.
coolest things. I'm very approachable and I'm very
You're
I think it's
handsy.
And
blessing
handsy.
to be able I don't just walk up and touch people, okay? That's not handsy that I'm talking about.
Finding the right mental health care should be simple and affordable, but for many, it's not. Long wait times, high costs, and difficulty finding the right provider can make getting help feel overwhelming. Rula Stays Apartments. Most online therapy, you heard about them,
You get more. It just makes
about your options. You might see pregnancy that it's important to talk to your doctor. Adore Me has a sleep that I'm feeling.
The entire world on reserves for its
Dog in that dog.
Oh,
Who told
his
you that?
mom is full English bulldog. He just turned 1.
Okay, wait.
Okay, tell
I
me
want-
about Hash Brown.
Yeah, Hash Brown the dog. Tell us.
Hey, Bobo, come here.
Oh, there he is. There he
Listen
is.
to the voice change.
Oh,
Oh my!
He made the
Whoa,
wow.
aren't you cute?
say hi. People
We're
say we
meeting
look
Hash
weird,
Brown.
I think. We look
Hello,
like-
Hash Brown. How old is Hash Brown?
He just turned 1. His birthday's in January as well.
Oh. And what kind of dog is Hash Brown?
He's a English bulldog and Australian cattle dog.
There is not a drop of English bulldog in that dog. Who
Oh,
told
his
you
mom
that?
is full English bulldog. It's actually.
Oh, you know what? I need to see the papers on that. I'm not buying that.
I will send you a picture.
Okay, so
Look how,
wait.
like, chill
Who
he is.
you clearly love this dog more than you're dating the dog. So who would you let babysit Hash Brown? Hash.
Well, he goes to my mom's most of the time. Sorry, buddy.
Oh, geez, you're one of those guys. Here, mom.
Well,
Here's the
my
kids.
mom thinks like it's my kid, so she thinks she has a grandchild. So that's
Okay,
why.
it's a family dog. Yes.
Yeah,
yes,
yeah. He like is obsessed with the dog.
Wow.
I love it.
Okay, so I want to get back to your about your dad, but before that, like you're pretty public. You live a public life on social media.
Mm-hmm.
How? Because we all struggle with that. How do you decide what is public and what's private. And frankly, especially, when it comes to your romantic relationships, because a guy's as handsome as you, I'm sure, has a long list.
Kathy, you keep flirting with me. It's going to be a problem.
I'm telling you, I'm writing this down. I'm recording. I just want you to know
think
I'm recording.
I love to be able to control my own narrative. So if I get out in front of things, and I think that's important to me. So if I'm with someone, I don't want to keep it as quiet as possible, because I want to be able to control the narrative that people are going to try to
Ooh.
and I think that's important. It kind of gives you your own power.
Mhm.
And that's everyone's going to say whatever they want to say.
Yes, they are.
And I know it's true. And when I say my truth, I try to be as open and honest with people as possible. And I hope they respect that. And that's all I can do. Like
when you ask somebody out, you go on a date, do you tend to go somewhere that's a little more private so there's not a bunch of fans?
Yes.
Like, let me feel this first,
Yeah. I mean, at the same time, I feel like I'm kind of out of it a little bit. I'm not as I've been off
Just
the show
coming
for
off,
3 years now.
Right.
And so it's kind of peaceful. And people don't really care as much anymore, which is nice.
Oh,
and,
we care.
We can.
Well, people will just wait until after you're done with your date, and they'll be like, "Hey, I just want to say, I loved you on the show." So that's awesome. So that's kind of shifted from freshly being off the show, and people are like,
"So let me know about you. Are you fall in love quick? Are you a slow burn? Do you believe in love at first sight?"
I am a true romantic when it comes to these things.
Now we're gonna match. Here we go, Ken.
Yeah. I'm obsessed with rom-coms. So
me too.
Yeah. So I'm obsessed with rom-coms. So I it doesn't matter how it happens, as long as it feels special to me.
Yeah.
If it's quick, I'll feel a certain way. I'll know. And if it's a slow burn, sometimes you always know. But you're not
second guessing. Do you think that's
no? You're just I just want to make sure everyone feels comfortable, and we're moving at I always like to go at the woman's pace. I don't want to put them in a position where they're feeling like they're sped up or have to do everything that abides by my lifestyle. I'm very adaptable. I'm very available to meet.
Oh, did you hear that? He's very available. He's very available.
And
okay,
available.
So wait, I have some more questions. Speaking of your dating life, I know you broke up with Becca last year.
Yeah.
And a couple things I mean, anything you want to share about that?
I'd about it.
I'd love to hear. But in researching you, because I did, I loved what you said about green flags, because Susan and I talk a lot about red flags. Get up and run for the door. But you talk about green flags, and I think it's not something that people really recognize all the time, that seeing how your potential partner interacts with your family and your friends, and can they adapt to a situation. I read that and I thought, oh my God, that is genius. So, kudos to you on that. I love that you said that.
Appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, I think it's the most important thing. I think
it is.
And when you can leave them alone, they don't really need you there, and they can still hold their own and enjoy themselves. That's what I'm looking for. Everyone, I do love to be attached to the hip at times, but I just want to make sure that you feel comfortable around my family and my friends. And that's the most important to me.
Well, I hope that guys your age are listening to that, because I really read that and I went, oh my gosh, I had to give you a shout out for that. But now I'm going to ask you a harder question, because you and it seemed like you broke up because, and this is an issue in Bachelor Nation. It's been an issue on the Golden Bachelor. It seems like, or the narrative seems like it was you are in Chicago and you love Chicago. You said that you want to make that ultimately your home. So is that really what broke you two up?
Part of it. It's maintaining a long distance relationship while also having to work through other things. It just piles on, because over phone, over text, you can't really communicate how you want to communicate things. And it just got to a point where it was for the best for both of us if we just separated and kind of got away.
Okay, well
we're great friends. Everything's good.
Okay, that's generic, but I'll let you off on it. But here's
Can you
Susan
ask
and I.
Kathy, long distance relationships.
It's
Are
tough.
they?
There were disagreements about things that we just didn't see eye to eye on, and that was mainly it. That was
Okay,
literally
so
it.
it wasn't just distance. You think that can be done?
No. Yeah, no. I could definitely do distance, but once there's like
How do you feel about Austin, Texas?
I love Austin, Texas.
I'm sorry.
There's an
I just-
invite.
You just. Okay.
So can we talk about your dad for a sec?
Yeah.
One of the things you said, your goal has always been to be the greatest father to your kids. And you want people to know that you have forgiveness in your heart. And that is so, so important.
I know.
Yeah. You go back and forth on like things where you just get really mad about it, and you have to think about it, and you're just like, okay, well, look at it in a different route. Some people, like my best friend, lost his father, and you know what I mean? So it's like, there's opportunities that I can forgive.
But then he wasn't there at certain times of your life that you're upset about that. I get it.
Forth with that.
Yeah,
and it's tough.
It's a struggle.
It's slow. It's a slow process. It's a slow burn, and I'm moving forward with it. I'm going to stick to it, and like I said, we've hung out twice now, and both times have been great. He's met my friends. They were here for St. Patty's Day. He was here like the day before, so it was really nice.
Were you able to see him while he was in prison?
See, I've just growing up, I don't know what it was about me. I was just in grind mode, and I was just only thinking about the future, and I couldn't go.
He was angry, yeah.
That part. I don't know what I would say in anger. I was just saying like I can't worry about something that that's
you
not
can't control. Yeah.
Yeah. So like you're in there, that's what you have to worry about. I'm not worrying about what you're doing in there. I have to focus on my life out here. And I think like I put pen to paper with sports, do whatever I can to make my life successful.
Good for you.
Do you have siblings?
Yeah, I'm the baby.
Oh,
Baby
So
four.
am I. Another thing we have in common. So was I.
Oh man, these two.
How many siblings do you have?
I have 3.
Sisters?
One girl and two boys.
Do you watch out who your sister's dating?
My sister's the oldest, so she's like my mom. It's
He has no control then.
yeah.
Who you would allow to date your sister?
Okay,
Yeah.
so when you're dating, which you're going to be dating, you're not dating. By the way, would you go back on Paradise?
If offered, I would definitely take a look at it. I think that's something that's got a unique. You can't really get like a month straight with someone in the real world because you got things you got to do.
Unique.
Work you got to do. So this is like, people say, oh, it's sped up. Yeah, but actually, I'm getting more time with this person than you would get on a regular basis. So you get pretty far on.
Paradise, you get a lot more time than you would on Bachelor.
Exactly, Paradise,
Yeah.
not Bachelor.
Right,
Paradise.
Yeah.
Right.
For sure, you have the most time with someone.
So do you think you could find your person on Paradise?
Oh, that's possible. Yeah.
Hey, anything's
Definitely
possible.
possible. Literally.
Kathy, you think you could find your person on a Golden?
I mean,
Yeah, what a Golden Beach. Y'all talking about Paradise. I want to go to the Golden Beach.
Yeah.
Take me to the
you know
Golden
what?
side.
If I go to the Golden Beach, Andrew, I'm going to say, can Andrew please come because I need to take salsa lessons.
Yeah.
That's what's happening there.
I'm gonna
Andrew,
go to Paradise and
Justin,
then
come
sneak
on
to the
down.
Golden
We'd
side.
have a ball.
There you go. So, okay, so wait a minute. You said your perfect first date would be a long walk or going to a Chicago Cubs game. Have
Yeah.
you changed? Is that still where you are?
That's still where I'm at. I mean, I've kind of met people in the middle. I do not like dinner dates. I really don't.
Tell me why.
I just feel like it's too intimate. And one, it's like,
Too intimate?
it's
Yeah,
way
because
too
it's too
intimate.
new.
Like serious. It's like, I
Yeah,
just
you're
met
looking
you.
at each other.
Now we're
you're
talking
eating.
about like 4-year plans. I don't want to get into that. I like doing something that's an objective, like we're doing something rather than just sitting there and, hey, how's that, stir fry? Is it good? I don't want to. Like,
How about some Top Golf,
boring to me. I want to go and that's the thing also with The Bachelor, man. They giving me the worst dates. Like I was in Paradise, they put me in a margarita bowl while people are jumping off yachts and jet skiing and riding 4-wheelers. I said, who's doing this to me?
Who's
Like,
in
literally,
charge
like,
here?
the opposite thing that I would do in a date. Like I would like walks. I say walks because like if I haven't like met them organically, I would be like, oh, let's go get a walk, and then we can just bop into somewhere like maybe ice cream or whatever the case is on our route. But if I met you like a night out one time, and I'm just like I'm asking you out, then we would go do some activity. Yeah. We won't go to dinner.
I like activity. That's good.
Activity, yeah.
I mean,
I like
okay.
It. I like it.
But I get a lot of flack for it though. I really do.
Why?
I don't know, because I mean, sometimes it's like this narrative that you got to take a girl to dinner and you got to pay, and I'm just like, I don't like that because that feels like you're forcing my hand. I want to be like,
let's go do whatever we want to do.
Let's go do whatever dinner, and then if dinner's like, hey, should we get dinner later? We'll meet back up and we'll go get dinner. Yeah. That's how I want it to go. I don't want it to be expected. I don't want you to just like expect dinner.
Follow rules. Right.
Andrew, I need you to. No. I need you to fess up, Andrew.
I'm very outside the box. That's my problem.
No. He's not outside the box. Susan, I'm going to explain this so everyone understands. Do you know why Andrew doesn't want to do dinner?
Why?
Because he does not want to see he does not want his date to see that he orders boiled chicken and asparagus.
Asparagus.
It's like, would you like the filet mignon with the hollandaise and he's like, no, I'd have like boiled chicken with asparagus,
that's
please.
Different. If we go out to eat, I actually have really good taste, especially in sushi. If we go get some sushi, I will make sure. Guy. Yes. 1,000%. Yeah.
Okay.
What do you think of when you hear Amazon Prime? Delivery trucks outside your home, your favorite streaming shows. I'm passionate about golf. I'm becoming very upset.
Licensed therapists that accept progress. They often fall. It's a simple way to help birth control for you. Learn all uncommon ectopic options out there. So it's important to talk to your doctor and find
lingerie.
Do we like taking it off? I mean,
let me just say, I love is so comfortable. It feels like a second skin. So you can love wearing your lingerie just as much as you love taking it off.
Oh, baby, Kathy, do we like taking it off? I mean,
let me just say, I love the colors that Adore Me bras come in. I have a gorgeous red lace one with matte
styles from comfortable
symbols and earn rewards on the Fetch app.
To just find balance.
Ladies out there listening.
Okay.
I would say balance.
They'll tell me in your words right now today, describe a perfect relationship for you.
Perfect relationship.
What would that look like?
I would say balance. Being able to just play off of each other's emotions and where we're at. I think that's important. To just find balance.
Ladies out there listening, this man has it together as long as you like
Andrew.
chicken and rice.
Andrew, who do you want to see on Paradise if you go? Besides Susan and me, should we be lucky enough to show up with the 20-year-olds?
I don't know the names. That's the problem. I just know the faces.
So, somebody you've seen somewhere?
I mean, I've watched.
Yes.
I've watched.
Like from Jen's season? I mean, from whose seasons? Like, what? Give us a season.
We can find them.
I've seen majority of the seasons. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's just like
it's your thing.
That person, you know what I mean? It's like it's tough to say.
I wouldn't mind meeting her. I wouldn't mind if she was there. I'd like to get to know more about her.
Like that.
Yeah.
Oh, her too? Who's
all
that?
right?
That girl's cute. Yeah.
All right. So, Andrew, one of the things we do is we read fan questions and we give advice. And since you seem to be so grounded, a bit handsy, but grounded, we're going to get you to give some advice with us. Okay.
Okay.
All right. You want to go, Susan?
Sure.
All right.
Okay. This is from Michelle. Hi, I listen to your podcast weekly and listen to every episode. Thank you. I need some advice about an odd situation I'm in with my neighbor. I am 25 and I live by myself. And my 37-year-old neighbor recently, who also lives by himself, recently got my number and started texting me daily. At first, it was nice and I was excited to have a friend nearby. It was all good for a bit. But the way he started teasing, in quotations, teasing me over text and his jokes started getting more weird and rude. We started to hang out as friends. Oh boy. Like we would have game puzzle nights, and our building had a Friendsgiving we both attended. He was always way more pleasant and lovely in person than over text. But the texting has gotten insufferable. If I don't reply right away, he texts again. Additionally, his apartment faces my parking spot. So every time I come home, I get texts like, "What did you get me?" Or, "Why didn't you say hi?" It's kind of creepy. He even comments on my packages. I tell him it's weird, but he insists he's just teasing. He also constantly makes rude generational digs because we are 12 years apart. If he doesn't respect my age, why be friends? I told him if he had such a problem with me or my age, we don't need to be friends. All of the joking and overbearing texts have got to stop because to me, this isn't teasing. It's just creepy and exhausting. Sincerely, mind your MF business.
What says you, Andrew?
Whoa.
Yeah. There's a restraining order. You can also.
I'm with
No,
you.
I mean, but here's one of the biggest things is I feel like just be honest with them.
Well,
I feel
it sounds
we've
like
been in an age of like letting people down easy. Nah, just be blunt. Just be like, hey, listen, not interested in talking in that manner. We can still be friends, but this is kind of going a little bit too far.
But
and
it sounds like he's stalking her. He's watching her.
He's
from the
definitely
parking
stalking
lot.
her, but she's gotta say something. And then the next time if he continues to do it, then that's when you got to go and start taking some action with legal stuff.
Block him.
I'm with you, Andrew. I think it's creepy. It's borderline stalking. I think it is stalking, and I would have a restraining order, or I'd consider moving. Like I wouldn't put up with that.
Yeah, no, that's true.
When I first started reading it, I thought, oh, maybe she has a little interest or something, and it was kind of cool. 12 years is 12 years. I don't think that's a big of a deal. But as she goes
Trust
on,
me, my last Becca, that was a 8-year, 7.5 actually, age gap.
Would you ever date?
You
and
men.
I'm not directing this at me. Would you ever date an older woman, or is it not?
Yeah,
Have you dated an older
I've
woman?
gone on dates with one. Yeah,
Oh, gone on dates.
how much older? Is there a certain number?
5 years.
I date younger.
I'm available.
But she's not.
Oh, you got a man, Susan?
I did meet somebody, but yeah, we'll see.
Oh, what's his name?
That'll
Maybe
give it away.
we don't give out personal information
can't
on
do
these
Come on
that.
now,
podcasts.
y'all trying to squeeze.
Call her
We
later.
don't know yet. We don't
Call
know
her
yet.
later. She
Call me
wants your
later.
number, Andrew. Call her later. Okay, so Andrew, you are literally. I'm being serious now. You seem to be older than your years. You seem to have your ducks in a row.
I get that a lot, actually.
Yeah.
My friends, I'm the guy people go to when they have a little bit of issue. They want to talk it out. I'm always there for people, and I feel like I have a lot to, say, and I try to be honest with everyone, even if it's not in their best interest. I just
right.
hey, listen, man.
You're a good guy.
All right, so now,
Good guy.
since you are so wise,
Oh,
do you
yeah.
have,
do you have
any
questions
advice or
for us?
questions for Susan and me?
Any advice or questions?
Yeah. What
Yeah, what do you
got?
want to ask us? If you had to interview us, what would you like to ask?
Or give
What
me
would I
some
like
advice.
to ask?
Besides Kathy's number, I get it. I get it.
I find it very interesting that you guys are, entering the social media space, which is really cool. Very different for, obviously people of your age.
Yeah.
And I think it's amazing. And I want to know, what are you trying to do with your social media? I would love to just kind of hear, or like any
Yeah,
like things
that's
that you
easy.
want, like to I don't know,
For me,
to try to
and I-
maximize the following that you have and kind of get people into,
Go, Susan.
jumping
Yeah.
on your page a
but
lot more.
I think for both of us, and Kathy, you can answer for yourself as well. But when we came off that show, it was such power that we had to reach so many people, telling them that life is not over at 60.
That's awesome.
It's
awesome.
about
Yeah.
making friendships and change careers, falling in love, whatever the case may be. You're not invisible, and we ran with that. And people, we've reached a lot of people. How many strangers
do.
come up to us?
So
Kathy?
do you think more people in their 60s and 70s
Oh, they're living
to
again.
get on social media?
Yes, I think they're trying. I've been on social media. I had a job where, I was on Twitter when it had 140 character max. You weren't even born then.
I had Twitter when it first came out.
Okay, well, so did I. But, I'm just because I had to for my work. But I will say to you, for me, Susan's right. It's helping people our age and our generation not feel invisible, get up off the sofa, live your life, all those, monikers that we hear all the time. But I will tell you, for me, my personal thing is fitness. I'm a fitness freak. I work out every day. I lift weights. I post that because I want people to see that, fitness is
Important.
it should be a lifestyle. It's a decision.
She's
it's
still
not,
working.
you're lucky, you're fit. No,
Right.
it's get up every day and how are you going to work out? Because I do it every day and I want people at our age to get fit. I want them to have healthier, better lives. So that's, I post a lot on my Instagram of my workouts and
I love
But Kathy, also, we don't mind being silly and filming
That's
ourselves.
also
The
like my
shit
thing
we
is 'cause
do.
everyone loves to come at 30-year-old men for being on social media. I just feel like when does fun end? Why is there
Never.
a pause
Ever.
for someone
Never.
having a good time? So that's always been my issues. How do you guys see it when you're on social media? Do you feel like people are kind of judging you for being at an age being on social media, or is it good?
Some
for you
do.
to
No, some do. We get some comments. We do, and we laugh.
I
We
gotta-
post everything.
Yeah, I have to say, Andrew, for me, I can't speak for Susan. One of the things about getting older is you don't really care. These people sitting behind their computers writing horrible things about me or my looks or whatever, and Susan about whatever, I'm like,
There's negativity out there.
There's negativity out there, but I don't absorb it because I am confident in who I am and happy with who I am. And so it doesn't bother me. I think when you're younger, and I'm not saying you expressly, but I think younger people are intimidated more
By
or
social media?
impacted more by negative attention on social media. And I think as you get older, that's not as big an issue.
I
Or at
watch
least
my
not for me.
grandchildren, if they're not popular on social media, it's a thing. And I think that's sad. I really do.
Yeah.
We didn't grow up like that,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot more serious for younger people, but
Yes.
I feel like it should be unserious for people.
Oh, we have fun, babe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We have- Did you ever see our coffee talk?
I did see Coffee Talk.
Are you not following us on social media?
No.
Get your phone out.
Wait. Wait. No. I followed you back. I just followed you back.
Yeah, but I had to follow you first. You have to watch our stuff. I'm just saying, life is short. Enjoy it, right?
Right. I agree.
Hey, we enjoy every minute. And the thing about getting older, and for us, whether it's on social media, live on TV, it doesn't matter where we are. This is, as Kathy and I both say, the last chapter, hopefully the longest chapter, but
And the
it's
best.
the best chapter. Because I don't worry about everything people say. I'm not here to please you, and you. You make up your own mind. I'm living my life and enjoying it.
Right.
We did all the hard stuff. We raised our kids.
So, with all this love and peace that we're having, I really was hoping, Andrew, that you were going to say, Kathy, Susan. Not Susan anymore. Kathy, I have the perfect guy for you. I'm going to send him to your Instagram. But since you didn't do that, we're going to have to wrap up this episode.
Oh, I'm sorry.
yeah.
I should have had a long list waiting for you.
I mean, it's all
You
right.
never
I'll
know.
I'll
Yeah.
give you a redo. But we have loved having you on the
definitely.
I
podcast.
appreciate it.
You
You're
are
awesome.
kind. You're
Yes.
funny. You're caring. All of those ladies out there.
Level-headed.
Yeah, all those ladies out there get in line right behind me. right behind me.
Oh, you're at the front for sure.
Okay. Well,
We love getting to know you more. And I know we're going to see you again. I just know.
so in the
What do you know?
meantime,
I just feel it.
I'm
I
going to
just
see you in
feel it.
California again. We're going to play golf.
Ooh, do you play?
I'm terrible. We
So am
played
I. What does that have
pickleball.
to do with it? Do you have fun?
I had a great time. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
if you play golf, that's all. If you're having fun, that's it.
I just
My
feel like I
goal
can
this
only do
year
nine.
is to break
It's a little too
100.
hot out there for me.
I'm sorry, Andrew?
I was gonna only play 9 because it gets a little too hot out there for me.
Oh, no. That's when you start liquor on the back nine. I'll teach you the real rules of the game. Okay. Listen, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Please be sure to follow Bachelor Happy Hour. We have new episodes coming out every week. And if you enjoyed our conversation today with Andrew, you are going to love what's coming up.
There's so much more. I'm serious. Make sure to submit your questions to us, or we won't be able to answer you or give you advice. I mean, we say it like it is. And you know what to do, right? You go to bachelornation.com/golden hour, or you can even DM us on Instagram at Bachelor Happy Hour.
Okay, so listen to Bachelor Happy Hour's Golden Hour on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you listen to podcasts. Until next time, have a great week.
Ciao.